So let's quickly understand the summary of Chapter 3, Lean System and Innovation in SEMP. Let's start. So what is Lean System? Lean System is an organized method for waste minimization without sacrificing the productivity. Waste minimization without sacrificing the productivity. Remember these two marks. One is reduction, waste minimizing. Waste minimization without sacrificing the productivity. Within a manufacturing system. So lean implementation emphasizes the importance of optimizing workflow through strategic operational procedures while minimizing the waste and being adaptable. So once again, what is this? Lean implementation. It emphasizes on what? The importance of optimizing workflow. Importance of optimizing. How to optimize what is the importance of optimizing the workflow through strategic operational procedures. Through what? Strategic operational procedures. What is lean system? It is waste minimization without sacrificing the productivity. So it helps in optimizing the workflow through strategic operational procedures. Then, what is just-in-time? Just-in-time is a system whose objective is to produce or to procure products or components as they are required by a customer. Just-in-time is a system whose objective, what is the objective of just-in-time? Is to produce or procure products or components as they are required, as and when it is required by the customer. To produce the products and to procure the products as and when required. Then the customer or for use, required by the customer or for use rather than for stock. So there is no inventory in this just-in-time. Just-in-time system is a pull system. It's what? Pull system, which responds to demand. In contrast to a push system, in which stocks act as a buffer between the different elements. Then what are the features of JIT? Material handling costs are reduced. There are 5 important features. Let's remember. One is material related labor. Material labor we already know in costing, which is more important, material and labor. So material handling cost is reduced. Labor idle time gets reduced. Then we have JIT creates urgency for eliminating defects as quickly as possible. So JIT creates urgency for eliminating defects as quickly as possible. The company can respond to customer demand faster. So one is eliminating the defects as quickly as possible. The company can respond to the demand faster. Carefully selected suppliers capable of delivering high quality materials. Material related 2 things. One is you have to carefully select your suppliers so that they deliver high quality materials in a timely manner. Not only high quality materials but also whenever you need it, that is timely manner. So what are the 5 features? One is material handling cost is coming down, labor idle time is coming down. Then we have one more thing related to material is we have to be very careful in selecting the suppliers so that they give us the high quality materials in a timely manner. Then we have JIT creates 2 are urgent related. One is urgency for eliminating the defects. The other one is urgently responding to the customer. Urgency for eliminating defects as quickly as possible. Quickly eliminating the defects, quickly responding to the customer. Remember this. One is eliminating the defects, the other one is eliminating the defects and quickly responding to the customers. Eliminating defects as quickly as possible, responding to customers' demand faster. Okay. Then what are the prerequisites of JIT? The prerequisites of JIT are you should have low variety of goods, vendor reliability should be there, good communication should be there. Then we have demand stability, stabilized demand we should have, TQM should be there, defect-free materials we should have, then preventive maintenance, defect-free materials and preventive maintenance. Then impact of JIT system. What is the impact of JIT system? Obviously waste will be reduced. Waste costs like unnecessary levels of obsolete inventory, defective products, rework, etc. Overhead costs like waste cost. There are waste cost, overhead cost and quantity inspection cost. These things, inspection cost. So all these things are reduced. What are the impacts of JIT? One is waste costs, like what all? These are waste costs. We have waste costs, overhead costs, then quality inspection cost, quality inspection cost. Okay, so these three costs are eliminated. One is waste cost like what? Obsolete inventory, defective products, rework, etc. Overhead costs like material handling facilities, and quality inspection costs like staff, equipment, fixed assets, facilities, and rent associated. So remember, three costs are reduced. That is the impact of GIT. One is waste cost, overhead cost, then quality inspection cost. Then back flushing in a GIT system. What is back flushing? Back flushing requires no data entry of any kind until a finished product is completed. So until a finished product comes out, there is no data entry which is made. At that time, the total amount finished is entered into the computer system, which multiplies it by all the components listed in the bill of materials. Okay, this yields a lengthy list of components that should have been used in the production process. Then what are the problems of back flushing? Back flushing problems are: one is incorrect production reporting. Incorrectly you are reporting the production. Incorrect scrap reporting. Impossible lot tracing. Inaccurate inventory records. These are some of the problems of back flushing. What are those? Production reporting, incorrect production reporting, scrap reporting, then impossible lot tracing, inaccurate inventory records. One is first you produce, that production reporting it is incorrectly made. Then once you produce, there is some scrap as well, so that scrap reporting is not correctly made. Then you don't know how to trace the lot. You have already produced the goods, you don't know which lot it is coming from, so impossible lot tracing. Inaccurate inventory records. All these are there, but if there is no inventory record, then what's the point? Even if it is there, if it is inaccurate, then what's the point? So these are some of the problems of back flushing. Then nextly we have something called Kaizen costing. What is Kaizen costing? Kaizen means continual improvement. The Kaizen strategy aims to solve the workers from multiple functions and levels in the organizations in working together to address a problem or improve the particular process. So what is Kaizen principle? Gradual improvement in the existing situation at an acceptable cost. Gradual improvement at an acceptable cost. Gradual improvement in the existing situation at an acceptable cost. Collective decision making. Application of knowledge. These are principles. So we have that picture now here. On the right side we have this picture. This one. These are the principles. So gradual improvement, collective decision making. We'll remember like this. Like, you know what? First we have something called gradual improvement. Then we have two things related to people. One is collective decision making by putting all people together. Collective decision making, collecting people and making decision. You remember like that. Collective decision making. Then we have involve all employees of all areas. Collective decision making by involving all employees of all areas. Then setting standards. Kaizen means setting standards. Eliminate waste. Kaizen means one more thing is eliminate waste. Then improving system. Then improving productivity. Improving system, improving productivity, setting standards and continually improving. So improving system, improving productivity, then setting standards, continually improving, then eliminate the waste. Stood right. Then we'll move on to the next one. So these are the principles of Kaizen costing. Then we have 5S. What are the 5S? Sort, set in order, shine, standardize and sustain. Total productive maintenance. Total productive maintenance means is a system of maintaining and improving the integrity of the integrity of the production and quality systems. TPM helps in keeping all equipment in top working condition, so as to avoid the breakdowns and delays in the manufacturing process. Then TPM performance is measured by overall equipment effectiveness, OEE. What is the formula for OEE? Performance into availability into Q, quality, APQ. Then cellular manufacturing. This is one of the new topics that they have introduced. What is cellular manufacturing? In the assembly line, multiple cells are used. So each cell comprises of one or more machines, correct? Then which accomplish a certain task. The product moves from one cell to the next, each station completing part of the manufacturing process. U-shaped design is given to these cells because this allows for the supervisor to move less and have the ability to more readily watch over the entire process. Then what are the goals of cellular manufacturing? Move quickly, make wide variety of similar products, very less wastage. Then move quickly, make variety of wide variety of similar products and very less wastage. Advantages. What are the advantages? Flexibility in operation, changes easy to make, variety of product, scaling, minor changes can be easily and quickly implemented, conducted by logic, so reduces flow time, flow distance, floor space. These are some of the advantages of cellular manufacturing. What are those? Flexibility in operation. Flexibility in operation, changes easy to make, easy changes. Why it is flexible? Because easily you can change it. Variety of product, you can create variety of product scaling or a variety of product. Minor changes can be made easily. Minor changes can be made easily and quickly. Conducted by logic, so reduces flow time. Conducted by logic, so it reduces the flow time, flow distance, floor space, inventory, handling, scheduling transactions, and scrap and rework. All these things will be reduced. What are the limitations of this? Limitations of the cellular manufacturing: decrease in productive flexibility, difficulty in realignment of cells in case of decrease in demand, decrease in production flexibility, difficulty in realignment of cells in case of decrease in demand, changes in flow may be very costly. Then something called 6 sigma. We have something called 6 sigma. It is a quality improvement technique whose objective is to eliminate the defects in any aspect that affects the customer satisfaction. Whose objective is, what is the objective of the 6 sigma? Eliminate defects in any aspect that affects the customer satisfaction. The premise of 6 sigma is that by measuring defects in process, a company can develop ways to eliminate them and practically achieve zero defects. The standard measure of 6 sigma is 34 errors per million. Million means how much? 10 lakh. So 34 errors per 10 lakh. Process innovation. What is process innovation? Process innovation means the implementation of new or significantly improved production and delivery method. Then what is business process re-engineering? The last topic is the fundamental rethinking, radical redesign of business process to achieve dramatic improvements in critical contemporary measures of performance such as cost, quality, service and speed. Key components of BPR and principles of BPR. There are two things. One is component, the other one is principle. What are the components of BPR? Fundamental rethinking, radical redesign, dramatic improvements, re-engineering, all these things. Principles of BPR: organize around outcomes, not tasks, are those who need to results of a process, perform the process. Integrate the processing of information into the work process that produces the information. Okay, this is kind of difficult, but you can study here from directly here. So the main stage of BPR is these three, like components of fundamental rethinking, radical redesign, dramatic improvement, end-to-end business process. Then we have some main stages of BPR. One is identification, process identification, redesign, reassembly, rationalization. IRRR. Identification. First you identify, then you redesign, reassemble, then you rationalize the same. Okay. Principles of BPR is removed, so you need not study this. So principles of BPR is not there. That's it. Thank you.